awesome.
Hey magnets, welcome back. Yesterday we've been to Munich, now we're back in Vienna. Behind us is the Wiener Riesenrad, and today we're going to compare some smartphone cameras.
So today we're going to compare the brand new Huawei Mate 9 with the iPhone 7 and also with the P9 Plus, just to see if the camera made by Leica has been really improved. So I would say let's get directly started and let's check them out.
What's up magnets? So today we're comparing the Huawei Mate 9 with the iPhone 7, because both are flagship devices having optical image stabilization and a 12 megapixel main camera. The Huawei Mate 9 also got a 20 megapixel monochrome camera to improve the image quality of the colored pictures. The front camera of the Mate 9 features an 8 megapixel sensor and f1.9 aperture, while the iPhone comes only with 7 megapixels with an aperture of f2.2. So let's start directly with the front-facing camera. To be honest, we don't have to discuss here, the Mate 9 clearly wins. It's way more wide angle, has more details, has more natural colors, catches more light and so on. Also when you zoom in and check out the objects in the background, then they are more sharp and have more details. Also the dynamic range looks better on the Mate 9. And in low light there is less noise on the Mate 9 too, so here we have a clear winner. I really don't understand why Apple front cameras are always behind. Also when I had my 6S Plus, it was not really superior, and even the new MacBook has a 720p camera, which is a joke. Both cameras can record with 1080p max, but here also the Mate 9 takes the crown. In terms of audio quality, the iPhone 7 had a more balanced stereo sound, but the quality in general was way better on the Mate 9. I think they should just improve the software a little bit, that the 4 mics could work better together, but the unedited audio did sound a tick more clear on the Mate 9. Now it gets more interesting. Here comes the rear camera. The two phones take the same approach to image stabilization, which is a critical aspect of video quality. Both use an optical approach that physically moves the lens elements to counteract the camera motion caused by shaky hands and movement when you're walking. To be honest, the video stabilization looked smoother on the iPhone 7. The Mate 9 was only kinda smooth when I activated the digital stabilization in the settings, but that did only work at 1080p. Now let's talk about exposure. I think iPhone 7 videos at times were overexposed, just a little bit, also on iPhone photos. The Mate 9 handles exposure better for my taste. When it's dark it was so-so, sometimes the iPhone 7 struggled, sometimes the Mate 9. The iPhone generally selected more warm tones. In good lighting conditions, both cameras are great, but I found that the Mate 9 colors are for my taste a bit more color true, but it's really hard to tell. Both cameras deliver great looking images when there is enough light. The dynamic range looked for me better on the Mate 9 as well. Regarding sharpness, here the iPhone clearly wins. Maybe that's a result of its 6-element lens design or better image processing technology. Especially when you zoom in, the edges and objects on the iPhone were crisp, without appearing over-sharpened. Both cameras suffered from lens flare, the streaked and washed out areas that result from shooting toward the sun or other bright light sources. In low light, the iPhone did win again. More details, less noise, more sharpness. But the colors on the Mate 9, they looked better for my taste, but nothing what a bit of editing on the iPhone 7 wouldn't solve. Now 4K recording. For this higher resolution format, the iPhone 7 looked already great, but the Mate 9 outdid it sometimes when it comes to sharpness and color reproduction. And why bother shooting 4K videos if you are not paying attention to sharpness? Again, the iPhone's optical image stabilization was way more natural and better stabilized. Also faster playback because my PC had issues with the new H.265 codec, which Huawei is using for their movies. I think both smartphones have great cameras, but the front camera on the iPhone is so poor compared to other smartphones on the market. The rear cameras are quite similar, but in terms of sharpness and detailed images, the iPhone just nails it. Regarding videos, they're both on a top level. I just wish that Huawei could improve the stabilization and also the post-processing to get more details in their pictures. Let's see if they can do it or if it's just a lens. So that was our in-depth camera review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you think that the iPhone is better, write hashtag Apple in the comments. And if you think that the Mate 9 rules it, then hashtag Huawei. So please like this video and post a comment down below, and also subscribe that you don't miss any content coming guaranteed on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and that was our camera comparison. Thanks for watching and